Okay, so 2012 is next year, which means the Olympics are coming to London, and I'm pretty excited about that because London is in my country, England. If you didn't know, I mean, not everyone's brilliant at geography. I'm shit at geography, but I do happen to know a little bit about my own country, which helps. And yeah, I put my name forward on this massive sheet of things that you mark down what you want tickets for. You send that away, and hopefully you'll get a few, or get at least one or two of the things that you want. I put my name down for like things like preliminary boxing because I think that I have a good chance of getting that, and also some of the big things. Like I put my name down for the closing ceremony, mostly because I think it's pretty cool to see. I can't remember who's got the 2016 Olympics. But you get to see a little thing from them, and you get to see everyone, saying bye-bye, and that's quite cool. And also the 100-meter final day, I put my name down for that because, you never know. You got to be in it to win it. You need a ticket for the raffle and all that kind of cliched bollocks. And I don't think it's unreasonable to pay. I think it's like 75 quid for one of the shit tickets. I mean, it's the biggest event, and it happens once every 4 years. And I'd be happy just to say I was there, even if all I could see was dots. I was there when Usain Bolt broke the world record. Wishful thinking. But no, I mean, I don't know. The Olympics is a big event. It's so widespread. More than half the population of the planet sits down and watches it, and that's insane to me. And to say I was there would be absolutely out of this world. So yeah, the Olympics are coming. I put my name down for tickets, and hopefully I'll get a few, and then I can worry about how I'm going to pay for it all. But, I could be dead by then, and so could you, your mum, your dad, your gran, and your dog, because the world is going to end. I don't know if you've seen the film, but it's like research shows the world's going to end in 2012, and we're basing this off a calendar by the Mayans or the Aztecs or some sort of South American civilization who build, the ones that build those funny temples, those funny pyramid things. Not real pyramids because they don't have a point. Well, they have a point. I mean, they have a point as in I have a point when I make a point. But they don't have a point, as in they're not pointy at the top, like a pyramid. You can see why I want to be a teacher, because I explain things so well. Anyway, these dudes made a calendar thousands of years ago that says the world's going to end. Apparently it's ended like 3 or 4 times already, and it's going to end again in 2012. But happily, the planet will still be here, just most of us won't, because the Chinese have built some boats, according to the film, and these boats are only for famous people or important people, and people who have money. So again, famous people and important people. I don't have enough money to buy a Chinese boat ticket, so I'm pretty much doomed should the world decide to end. And I do think it's a conscious decision by the world. They always go, fuck it. I mean, they got the Olympics. Why let them see it? I'll be gutted if it ends before the Olympics. It can end like the day after the closing ceremony. I mean, that'd be pretty fun. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, as I was going to say, you have to be rich, and you have to be famous, and you have to be important, and all of the above, or something, or some of the above, something like that, to get on one of these Chinese boats. And I don't understand why the only place in the world that has these boats is China. Now, I don't know about you, but there are more countries in the world than China. And I'm just saying, there are a lot of unemployment. We could get these peeps to build boats in other parts of the world. This is probably me just trying to tell you how much of a terrible, terrible film I thought 2012 was. And I really, really did think it was an horrendous film. There were a few cool scenes where the world sort of imploded on itself. and the guy who ran to the top of that hill and stood there shouting at things. The stoner, I think he was a stoner, he looked like a stoner. That was pretty funny. And they ran away in a car. And other people tried to fly away in a plane. And they actually achieved running away. And they ended up getting in the boat, and the water came up, and they lived, and it was all happily ever after, apart from the Chinese had all the money in the world and nothing to spend it on. Yeah. All shops were gone, houses were gone. They couldn't buy pedigree chum for the dog, and I don't know what they want to do with all that money, because once everyone got out of those boats, they're so rich and so famous, yet their bank accounts don't exist, because money doesn't exist anymore, and I don't know what everyone was thinking. Stupid people. Anyway, they lived, and we all died because we don't have enough money to spend on Chinese boat tickets. And I was thinking, if the world were to end, would I be bothered? What would I do? Now, I'm not talking about an actual event of the world ending, because I mean, everyone goes, oh, I would have sex, or oh, I would have a beer, sit back and watch. And well, I'd like to think I'd be in the latter category, sit back with a beer, just watch it end. There's not a lot I can do about it if the world's going to end. I can't run away from it. But would I be okay with the fact that my life was going to end? And forget about who you're leaving behind. I don't know, maybe you managed to stick your mother on a Chinese boat, for instance, sneak her in the fuel cargo hold or whatever, and she has to hide behind some fuel barrels for a bit. But you managed to save her life, and I'm not worried about leaving those people behind. Poppy the dog, that they'll survive. Say they survive. But I'm asking, what would you do? Yeah, but tell me in the comments, what would you do, or how would you feel about your life if it were to end next year? Would you have achieved enough in your own mind? And I don't give a shit if other people think you're worth a dime, because self-satisfaction is so much more important in my opinion. A lot of people think that I have achieved not very much, because I still work for a shitty little company. Well, they're not shitty little, they gave me a job and this pays relatively well, considering it's in retail, but I'm 24. 24, I was giving myself an age. I will be 24 when the world ends. But I have achieved what I wanted to by this point. I mean, for the first 3 or 4 years of my life, I was a kid, I was a baby, and I was a toddler. I learned how not to pee myself. I learned how to talk, walk, eat with a fork. Wow, that rhymed. I learned how to walk and talk and eat with a fork. No, I learned those things, and then I went to school, and I had to be in school till I was 16, and I chose to be in school till I was 18. Then I took a year out and spent it in China doing exactly what I wanted to do, which was get experience in the classroom environment. So I was a teaching assistant, and then I came back and did 3 years of university, which brings me to the grand age of 22. Now I'm 23, so we're nearly a year on from that, and I'm earning money to live, which is, again, it's not a great achievement, but I've also secured myself a job in Brazil, where I'll be doing a lot of teaching, so that's amazing, and fingers crossed I will have a place on the PGCE course, which is a teacher training course as well, from 2013, should I not die, should I manage to get myself a Chinese boat ticket, or the Mayans were wrong, one of the two. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, that's my achievement so far. I've been working towards my career stuff, marriage and children and stuff. I'm like, I want to be happy with myself before I start worrying about someone else's happiness. Now, you may think that's selfish, but the fact of the matter is, I'd rather not commit myself to another human being whilst I'm unsatisfied with the progression of my career and the progression of my life. I mean, I don't want to commit myself to someone and then have to neglect them emotionally or whatever. You may think that sounds soppy, but it's the way I think. I don't want to be able to neglect them emotionally, like I said, whilst I pursue myself and get myself to a point where I want to be. I don't think about marriage or children until well into my 30s. My dad didn't have me till he was 45, and he's a happy man now. He's got his son achieving what he wants, you know, degree and stuff, what he didn't have, and yeah, should the world end, I would be quite happy with my achievements. I may not have fulfilled them yet, but it's not my fault the world ends in 2012 rather than 2015, where I will be a teacher and stuff like that, you know? I'll be happy that I've been working towards what I want to work towards, and be happy that I've done it in a manner that is interesting. I mean, how many other 23-year-olds can say that they spent a year in China, will be spending a year in Brazil, have a good degree, and it's pretty well travelled. I mean, I've seen quite a bit of Asia, I've seen Africa, I've been to North America, I will be going to South America, I've seen a bit of Europe. I'm pretty well travelled considering I come from a fairly poor background, but we work towards experiences in our family, and that's always a good thing. And yeah, I'll be quite happy should my life end. I won't be happy that my life is ending, but I will be satisfied that I haven't just wasted 24 years of my life. So over to you, and I want to know, would you feel the same way? I mean, a lot of you are probably still in education, but I mean, a lot of you have dreams. Now, I'm going to give you a date, which is, let's think of one, July 12th, yeah, 2012, is the day that we're all going to die, yeah? Push aside the fact, like I said, that you're leaving behind your loved ones. Push aside the fact that you yourself may be in pain or whatever when you die. Would you be happy that your life would end? Not happy that your life would end, but would you be satisfied with what you have achieved when your life ends in 2012? And before, I'm going to put a little disclaimer here in my own voice, not on the screen, don't worry about it, that I do not believe for one moment that the world's just going to stop and everything's going to fill it with water in 2012. It's not going to happen. He says with fingers crossed. I mean, we've seen bigger earthquakes than ever before in New Zealand and Japan, and like revolutions are breaking out all over the world in 2011, so who can tell? But would you be satisfied with your achievements? And bear in mind that today is the 21st of March 2011, so I'm giving you about 14, 15 months to work towards your achievement. So you got to think in future terms. Would you be satisfied with what you have achieved on July the 12th, 2012? Leave a comment, let me know. I'll be very interested to hear what you have to say. I don't know if any of what I've said made sense, but I just thought it's an interesting topic. You know, the world's going to end, and that's, I don't know if that's fun or not. It's a fun thing to think about, I think. I've been Canteen PS3. You guys have been awesome. Until next time, take care.